else that I haven't mentioned. I mentioned the commands to vote for the costume and also to nominate games. I mentioned the monthly members goal and what's going on with that. We talked about yesterday. We talked about the schedule. I feel like I've pretty much covered everything I kind of wanted to talk about. Here's what we should say. All right. So yesterday was the first official day that we tested out the new method of tips. You might say, what is that? If you weren't paying attention the past few days, you didn't know. Trolls essentially spam reported me to Stream Elements saying that I'm a bad person and basically I shouldn't be able to use Stream Elements to accept tips. Now, I've been using Stream Elements for a year and a half. Last year, when I went to Stream Elements from Streamlabs, I explained to them, I have a major troll element that follows me on the internet. They're likely going to do this. And they said, don't worry. We promise you we'll investigate and we won't wrongly punish you for anything. Okay, good. That was a year and a half ago. So I used it for a year and a half. All of a sudden this week, trolls decide to start doing it again. They're spam reporting me for everything. Things from 13 years ago. It's ludicrous, the amount of stuff that they're doing. And Stream Elements apparently just had enough and said, well, we don't make any money off of Phil, right? Streamlabs, Stream Elements, they're free to use. So we're not making any money off this guy. This is too much of a hassle. Just turn it off. So they did. So now I can't use Stream Elements to take in tips anymore. Is this a big deal? Honestly, at first I thought it was going to be a big deal. I thought it was going to be like a huge problem. In reality, it's not at all. Because I've set up a new link that you can tip me. I pinned it to the chat. And if you just type !tip in the stream chat, it comes up. And all you got to do if you want to support this stream, you click that link. And you type the name you want to go by. So I'll give you an example. I was talking to Burnt Zapato earlier, right? So Burnt Zapato wanted to tip. He clicks on the link. It opens up a page. It says, this is Burnt Zapato. I just want to say blah, 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 blah. Thanks. Boop. And you send the tip. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get a notification, just like I used to with Stream Elements. I have a queue here of notifications. I get that notification. Oh, okay. I will shout you out manually, read your message, and I will manually play you an animation. The animations will not be automatic anymore. That's the one piece that's lost. In reality, is that a huge deal? Actually, no, because a lot of the times what would happen is the animations would be disconnected from when I'm actually giving a shout out for a contribution, and now they're not anymore. It'll literally be exactly the same time I'm shouting it out. However, there is an element of surprise that will be lost. Meaning, let's say someone out of nowhere drops in and drops a tip. Oh, now we hit a goal. This is exciting. You won't know right away. It's up to me to kind of be monitoring and see, when contributions come in and when they come in to shout them out manually. All right. In reality, this is not a big deal. I mean it too. Like, this is not a big deal. It's kind of dumb that I have to do it and everyone else can use automation and I can't. But already, as you can see, I don't use animation for my leaderboard for good reason. Because if I did that, people would try to find ways to circumvent the system and use, racist words and things and get it up there, get me in trouble for having that on my stream. So in reality, is this a big deal? No. And we tried this out yesterday during the React event, and it worked perfect. It literally just worked absolutely flawlessly. There was no problems. No one missed a shout out. Everything went well. Okay? So I have no complaints as long as this system keeps working, which it is. I think we're good to go. All right, is it a little annoying I have to manually do it? Yes, that is a change. Outside of that, though, you still get your shout out. You still get on the leaderboard. You still get an animation. So what's the big deal? The one thing I will look to do is maybe see if I can change what the pop-up says, because I'll give you an example here. If someone contributed previously, it would have your actual name on the pop-up. Now, when I do it, this happens. Ready? So-and-so tipped $5. See that? I don't know if I can change that or not. I have to look into it. I haven't yet. What I could do is basically say, a supportive viewer just tipped $5. I could maybe have it say that or something, I think that would be better, obviously, than it just saying so-and-so. But I don't know if I can fix that or not. That's the one thing I'd maybe be stuck with, but I don't really care either. That's not a big deal. I'm going to shout out your name anyway. So I just want to toss that out there. Thank you to anyone who supports my stream in any way, but tips, as you guys know, are incredibly important to my business. Why? Because I'm not very liquid. What I mean by that is I just don't have a lot of cash flow in my business because I lost a lot of income last year when I moved from Twitch to YouTube. I used to make way more from Twitch than I do as a streamer here on YouTube full time. So I've made up with that with tips. Your tips that you tip me every day, I get immediately, and I use that to pay bills, buy games, go grocery shopping, all kinds of daily things, okay? Really, it's that payment I get from YouTube that does my big stuff every month, like my mortgage, my car payment, stuff like that. So right now, any funds I have is a result of you tipping me. That's it. That's all I have until I get paid again by YouTube at the 21st of the month. Which, by the way, might not even be the 21st because I don't know when the 21st is this month. Okay, it's a Friday. That's good because usually if it's a weekend, it delays it even further. But hopefully it should be okay now. Okay. So anyway,